Hi, do you want to create a unique Valentine's Day painting with a busted canvas? I'll show you step by step on how to paint hearts using the negative technique, and I'll show you how to do the busted canvas. Hi, I'm Jacqueline. Thanks for tuning in. So what you need today are a few things. Have a canvas and a canvas board, 5x7. I bought these from the dollar store. You'll need some brushes, some paints. Today I'm using a white, a little bit of black, and my favorite pink, which is Permanent Rose by Winsor and Newton. I love this color. A hot glue gun and glue sticks, some craft paper, some acrylic markers, an old toothbrush, and if you have some glitter, a container for your water, and an X-Acto knife. So let's have some fun. Hi, I'm Jacqueline. Welcome to my channel. This is a new format for me today where I'm showing what I'm painting and myself. So we'll see how it goes. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our craft paper and cut out a small heart. Then we're going to use the same craft paper and cut out a bigger heart. Now you can do this negative painting freehand. You don't need to have craft paper. But just for a demonstration, thought I would just use the paper. Since it's such a small canvas, I'm going to make this heart just a little bit smaller. So we'll have 3 hearts in total. So we're going to start with painting the background of the canvas. Okay, I'm going to wet my brush. And I'm going to mix some white. I'm going to grab some white here. And add a little bit of the pink. Now, I'm going to add some splatter. Now, word of caution, when you're splattering with a toothbrush, it typically tends to go everywhere. So if you have something valuable, I suggest moving it away from your work area, dipping my brush into a little bit of water. And this time, I'm going to go straight into the Permanent Rose. And now for the fun part. You're going to take your thumb and basically swipe it against the bristles onto your canvas. And you can add as much or as little as you want. Now I'm going to let this first canvas dry. In the meantime, I'm going to paint the canvas board. The canvas board is going to be underneath the canvas when we do the busted canvas. And therefore, this is where I'm going to be painting the negative hearts. So again, I'm going to add a little bit more of the Permanent Rose. And now I'm going to paint the canvas board. And now I'm going to add some splatter to the canvas board. I enjoy painting cards and little canvases to give us away as cards. I don't remember the last time I actually bought a commercially made gift card. Even for Christmas, I like to paint some watercolor cards to give away. How about you? Let's figure out the lighting here. Once this canvas part is dry, I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to paint the inside of the canvas. And I think I'm going to paint it just with white, and then I'm going to make little hearts. But the nice thing about acrylic paint, it dries fairly quickly. So this side is already dry, and you probably want to paint the wooden frame that you can see. But sometimes once you do the busted out canvas part, you can actually see the wood frame. So I always like to paint it. So what you're going to do is basically you're going to take the end of your wooden brush. Now you can use the bigger brush or the smaller brush. Since this is such a tiny canvas, I'm going to use the end of the smaller brush. So for the heart, I'm going to dip into the permanent rose. I'm going to tap my canvas once, dip again, and tap right beside the first one. And before that dries, I'm going to take the end of my brush, and I'm going to go in between the two dots and pull down. If you could see that. So what's going to happen is when we do the busted canvas part, the hearts will show up on the other side of the canvas. So this is a busted canvas of a cardinal that I did. So you can see on the inside of the canvas, I painted a light blue, and then I made some big dots to represent berries. So this is what's going to happen on this Valentine one. You can also do these hearts with a stylus. Set that aside. Now we're going to start the negative painting on the canvas board. So what you want to do before you start with the hearts is you want to mix a darker value from the original background. This time I'm going to take the permanent rose and add just a little bit of white into it, just to make a darker value. And just a little bit more. Now with your little heart, you're going to place it onto your canvas board. And with the darker color, basically going to outline the heart. Again, you can freehand this, make it easier if you want. Okay, there's my first heart. And let's see, another one here. The kids would love doing this little craft. think I'm going to make a smaller heart. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the negative part of this painting. So what that means is I'm not going to paint inside the hearts. I'm going to paint around them in the negative space. So I'm going to paint with this darker color. And I think I'm going to add some glitter to these hearts once I'm all done. Who doesn't like glitter? And the glitter that I use is great because it doesn't go everywhere. It's a glaze and it just goes where you want it to go. Mix a little bit more of this color. I'll just speed this up a little bit for you. And I'm going to add some of this color on the edges of this canvas board. It's a good thing to make enough of a mix. If you have a blow dryer, you can dry that. Okay, it's nice and dry, and I have time to make myself a cup of tea. It's always good to have a cup of tea. Okay. Now, going to make another mix. This time I'm going to make more than I need so I don't run out. I'm going to use my palette knife this time around. Okay, so I want it darker. So again, I'm going to take the permanent rose and add just a little bit of white. Now I'm going to take my medium-sized heart and place it randomly onto my canvas. Oops. Now, I'm not going to paint the inside. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to trace the outside of the heart, but if it touches the top hearts, the light pink hearts, I'm not going to add a line in it. So what I'm basically doing is I'm creating a heart behind the first hearts. So again, with my smaller brush, outline this medium heart. And I'm just making a line where it's not touching the first hearts. You can also use an acrylic marker to outline the hearts. Okay, now you can see that heart. I think I'll just make two this time around. And let's see, I'll place it like that. Not making a mark on top of the first heart. And just like we did the first time around, I'm going to paint on the negative areas only. With the darker color. Now, even though I'm painting to the edge of the canvas, we're going to lose about 1/2 inch around the canvas because it's going to be hiding underneath, the canvas board, because it's going to be hiding underneath the frame of the canvas when it goes on the top. So you don't need to worry about the edges too much, but I just like to paint the whole thing, even though I know it's going to be covered. Okay, and let's see right here. Now, okay, you can see we have 5 hearts. Uh-huh. Okay. Now this part here actually belongs to this heart. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to remove some paint from here. Okay, let that dry. I hope you're enjoying this tutorial so far. If you haven't already, please subscribe. This is fun. Okay, we're going to do one more heart with a darker value. So this time I'm just going to go straight with the permanent rose. And then I think I'm going to pull out my acrylic markers. And maybe I will add I love you or be mine or some little messages on the hearts. And I'm going to use this glitter. It's acrylic glitter glaze. And I will post a link for this product. It's great. It's Sargent Art. And I believe I bought it on Amazon. And again, it just goes where you want it. It doesn't go all over your work area. Strictly on the little area that you want it to add it to. Now I think while that's drying, I'm going to add the darker pink on the edges of the canvas. Since I still have some of that paint, might as well use it up. Once we glue this top canvas to the canvas board, you can always add something to the edges, like you can glue some ribbon, maybe some ribbon that has little hearts on it. If you already have some at home, no need to go out and buy some. Or you can even paint, if you want more hearts, paint little hearts on the edges of the canvas. Maybe in a different color. Endless possibilities. Now I want to mention that I do have a tutorial for this busted out canvas. It's in my playlist for fun art or canvas art. So if you're interested in learning how to paint the cardinal, you can check that out. And there's a link to a free tracer. Now I'm going to go with the permanent rose. The last heart. Again, I think I won't make 2 of these. I did one with a larger canvas. It wasn't a busted canvas, but it was just heart upon heart upon heart. And I will show you. It was a fun project to do. Okay. I probably could have gone a little bit darker in this last layer, but I can always add a second layer on top. It gets tricky. Now I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to add another layer of the permanent rose just to make it pop a little bit. I'm going to take out my acrylic markers and we'll outline the hearts so you can see them even more. I'm going to apply the acrylic glitter glaze on the top heart, so the 3 initial hearts. And just need just a little bit. And when it's dry, it'll dry clear, but you'll see a little bit of shimmer. If you could see that shine, maybe not. It is there. And since I have a little bit of glitter left on my plate, I'm going to add a little bit of the glitter on these little hearts. Now I'm going to add a little bit of black to the permanent rose just to deepen the last color. Just a smidgen. Like a nice magenta. Magenta color. Just so we can see the last hearts a little bit better. While that's drying, I'm going to show you another fun negative painting that I did. Let's see. I'll put it under here. There we go. You see lots of hearts. So it's really endless. And lots of doodles and line work. Not fun? I think this was a 20 by 16 canvas. Okay, I pulled out a few of my acrylic markers. The brand is Art Soul. And with the light pink for the top layer. And these markers have two tips, a thicker one and a finer one. I'll just try the lighter. Just going to go around the edge. It'll give a little bit of a highlight. You can reshape your hearts at the same time. And how about some red for the second heart? This will create a little bit of a shadow. Let's see. And for the last one, I think I will go, what purple would look like. Oh, I like that. And there we have it. We have our hearts. And these two are the same, but I think I'm going to put a line here. Okay, and now write a message. Let's see, I think the obvious would be, I love you. And when you're writing, you have to be mindful of the busted canvas. So we're not going to see the entire canvas board. So I might not see my U, but we'll see. And on this one, let's see, how about be happy? There you go. And you can add other words here and there, but I'm going to leave it at that for now. I did a few more embellishments to my little Valentine card, and I used the acrylic markers, and I did some more outlining and added some dots and little outlines for hearts, and I think it just makes it pop a little bit more now. So I'm happy with that. And now we will start on working on the busted canvas piece. Now I made 2 of these canvases. So this one has 6 slices, and I'll show you how to do the slices in a few minutes. And I thought that it didn't allow me to see as much of the painting as I wanted. So I'm still going to glue these, and I'm sure I'm going to use it for another little project, or maybe my granddaughter will. So with the 6 sides, this is what it would look like. And when you're cutting, you don't want to cut into the wooden frame. So you can either turn it on its front and slice it this way. That way you ensure you're not cutting the wooden frame. Or you can turn it over and cut it this way and just be mindful of the frame around the little canvas. Find the center. You can use a ruler, or you can eyeball it and just make a little poke. And now I'm going to cut it and bring it into this bottom right corner. And I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch from the frame. I find it easier to cut going towards myself as opposed to away. I'm going to try this corner. And the last one. Okay. I'm not quite center, but that's okay. Now I'm going to curl. Let's see what it looks like. Now you can see the little Betty Boop hearts. And if you don't want to burn yourself, once you apply the glue, you can use the end of your brush and put it inside the fold or the curl and hold it down. And can you hold it down for a few seconds? Ooh, a little bit of glue. Hot stuff. Okay, and for the last two, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you're going to try this, let me know how it turned out. There we go. So it's the difference with the 4 slices versus the 6 slices. So now I'll be able to see more of my painting with the 6 slice. There we go, and I will be able to see I love you. Isn't that cute? Oh, I might need to add more sparkles. It's really cute with the sparkles. Okay, so the last part is to glue the canvas to the canvas board. So you can apply the glue to around the canvas frame if you want, or right on the canvas board. So I'm just going to use the canvas board and just go on the edge. And trying to work as quickly as I can. Make sure you have enough glue sticks. And place your frame right on top. Just make sure it's level. And press down. And voila! Cute little Valentine. And you can give this to someone you love. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and hopefully you'll tune in again another time. And please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I would love to read your comments. So if you're going to try this little craft yourself or with your child or with your grandchild, let me know and tell me how it turns out. Until next time, thank you very much for watching today's tutorial. Bye for now.